spins and she sways to whatever song.
Hello, Dell here with Doodle Diva Designs, and today I'm going to share with you a wooden album that I created. Actually, the pages inside are not wooden, they are paper, but the outside of the album, the back side as well as the front cover are both wooden, and they were already pre-cut, and I added some wooden die cuts to the album that were actually, I'll show you what those look like. They come in a packet here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is by Pink Paisley. These have got like little bicycle designs and that sort of thing on there, but the turtles and the seahorse all came in that packet, and all you do is you take them off. You can paint them, glitter them, and however you want to do them to make them your own and individualize them. Also, there was a stamp set that I used, and I think this is by Lost and Found, I believe. It's got some really cool little stamps in it. Let me just move this book out of the way so you can get a little bit better look at that. But as you can see, it's got a really cute seahorse there. It's got the bicycle again. Actually, it's probably by Pink Paisley because it's the same designs. Anyways, the reason I guess I said Lost and Found is because the paper that I used in the chipboard, in the wooden album itself, is by Lost and Found, and I also used some K & Company paper as well. Now, if you look inside, or actually let's look on the outside here of the book. What I did is, you can see here's the seahorse there, and you've got your little word here, explore, little starfish I put, and I added this tool. Actually, I just took some tool that I had and just wound it around there and made a little bow out of it. And then of course it's all carved, and this is where I did my stamping in the background of the album. And same thing for the inside cover. Now I stamped a lot more on the inside cover. Get up here so you can see really well. Okay, I'm only going to show the covers for right now. And then here's what the back looks like. More of the same, basically. There's another little piece of the wood piece, a little coral. And then the inside of the back of the cover. And we've got a starfish right there. So you can do as much as you want to with it. Let me explain a little bit how I did this album to begin with. First, you want to use a craft mat. I highly recommend getting one of these if you don't own one. These are wonderful. I'll show you what one looks like. This is the craft mat here, as you can see it. Okay, and I just lay it on my desk. And when I'm working with any kind of paints or anything that hot glue, anything like that, this thing will resist anything that sticks to it. So it's really great. So if you got stuff you're trying to paint, you need it to dry, get a craft mat. What you do is you're going to take your design, your chipboard, and what I did is in this kit that I got, and I ordered this kit for the wooden book off of mycraftchannel.com. I've had really good service with them. I've ordered a few things from them, and I've never had any issues with them. So they're a pretty good source, I feel, if you need to order anything. But basically in the kit, what they included was stamps, the album itself, the pages inside the album, and there was 3 sheets of Lost and Found scrapbook paper, 12 by 12, and I got the wooden chips and that stamp set that I showed you earlier, as well as some mist and things like that, and I'll show you those in just a moment. But this is the mask that they included. I just love this mask. So basically what you do, and I'm going to flip this over so you can kind of get a little bit better feel for this, is place the mask over the wood, and this was the glimmer mist that came with the kit, And then you just spritz over the mask on the wood. Let it dry for about 10 seconds. Then take you a paper towel and absorb the wet that's going to hit the mask on the outside of the mask. Okay, once that's done, you pull it up, and then you take this again and just lightly spray over it again. So it kind of blends together, but it doesn't all run together. You don't want that effect. After that's done, then what I did is I took a stamp pad like a Memento, and I actually like to use these little guys here that you stick on your fingers. Now this one's blue, the black one I used up. It was so bad I had to throw it away. But usually you can use these over and over again. But when you're using something like a rough surface like this, you know, you might have a tendency to pull the foam. And that's what I did in this case. But anyways, what I did is I dipped the ink in the foam little tip inside the ink, and I rubbed around the outside edges of the book as well as the book itself to make it kind of look like an aged effect. So if you see, it looks more aged here, and that's all it is ink. Okay? So once I finished that, then I took what they call pixie dust. Actually, it's Glam's glitter paint. Everybody see that? Shake it up really well. And then you want to use a paintbrush with this. And the paintbrush I use, I don't have it right here with me, but it's a fanned, sort of a fanned out sort of brush. And then all you do is just apply it here to your wood. Let it dry. I did it on all 4 sides, okay? So once I was done and it dried, oh, and I also used it on my chipboard. On my die cut pieces that are cut in wood. Once I finished that, then I hot glued all my pieces together. And meantime, while this was drying, I went ahead and put my pages together. Okay? So let me see if I can get this camera fixed so you guys can see the pages. I have to move it. Okay. So here's the first page. There's the book here. I just love that turtle. And then the second page, as you see, I just cut up, you know, my pages. I also used some of my punches. I had some Martha Stewart punches I thought that would look really good to go along with this. Had some stickers and some rub-ons and things like that I added to my pages. And so all we have to do is get some pictures and put them in here. So hopefully I'm going to go to the beach. I'm hoping either tomorrow or maybe next weekend. And because I only live an hour from the beach, I live in Central Florida, and I'm only an hour away from either coast. So I'm kind of a lucky gal here. I'm also only about an hour away from Mickey Mouse. So a lot of people that know me on the forums consider it kind of lucky. Actually, I've gotten to meet a lot of people from different forums as a result, because a lot of people like to vacation here in our sunny state. So I have lots of reasons to do lots of beachy type albums. And then on this last page, sorry for that with the camera, I used, let's see if I can push this up a little bit. I used one of those pre-made rhinestones, and it's got a little bit of a design, so I just added it to that page. I thought that would be really pretty. And then here's my last page of the wooden piece. And I just love how this came out. It's so glitzy. Hope you guys can see that glitz. But anyways, I've just been having a lot of fun doing little mini albums lately, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I've got a few more projects that I'm going to share, and I'm going to continue, I believe, making videos as long as I can, and as long as everybody likes them. And hope to see you next time. Alright. Bye-bye.
spins and she sways to whatever song plays, without a care in the world. And I'm sitting here wearing the weight of the world on my shoulders.